Good morning. Actually, not good morning, good afternoon. It's Saturday afternoon. It's snowing outside, and my kids are going to the dojo right now to do the teamwork, and Hannah to decide to join her brother. So I'm home alone doing some work, but instead of doing the work, I just thinking I'm gonna come down here and get this done so that maybe tonight when I'm sit down and work, right, for the next couple of hours, I'm sit down and work. By the time a 3 hour in, I will be more into it and have more idea. And I would like to continue working on that instead of taking a break and come down here and doing this. No, it interrupt with my thought. So I haven't been able to sit down and work for maybe a couple weeks now, like 10 days. It's it's a I don't I have a hard time of getting idea out. I don't know what it is. Maybe just it's called procrastinating. I am doing that again, and it's not a good idea. So you know, I hate to say it that be not being consistent, and if you take a break for 1 or 2 days, and then thing happening, and then nothing gonna happen, and then excuses coming in, and then you not show up, and that's what happened. And so this practice right here for me is really helpful because it's helping me to be on track. Not only that, but at least I know one thing, that I'm being consistent and I can see the result. I know that I'm productive, and I encourage myself to go back to the other thing. Like, for example, homeschooling, I'm being consistent with this one. I'm being consistent. I'll be consistent with the kids on my rule, on my discipline, on my message, on my like how to show and be the role model and other stuff, right? So, but for another thing is more important, that be consistent on one thing, doing the work that I need to be done, especially, start something that, wow, it's falling down more now. It is more snow at this point. But anyway, yes, I'm doing thing, and I'm working, but it's still is not the speed is not the way that I wanted to. And I'm not sure if, my God. It's just a very slow day today. And to be honest, I just want to go lie down and relax. And I have been relaxing so much and continue to relaxing. And this is not good. This is not good. And that's why I'm doing this. And keep continue pushing and going. Right now, I am try to work on the new type of doing the videos, with the I'm still in a learning mode, but somehow I don't get there. And I think it's because it's difficult, to be honest, because it's difficult. And like I said before, like for the first 30 days, I say it's a difficult thing. Doing this is not difficult. It's easy. It's very simple and easy. But doing, making videos and the idea and write a script and other stuff, right, is so much to learn that I start to go to the mode of procrastinating, and it's a habit. It's a habit. It's become a habit. If you pay attention and you listen to yourself enough, you will see that is the pattern. I pay attention and I can see that is the pattern, and that is the reason for most people giving up and not be consistent, or not showing up, not doing things, not follow through, right? It's because nothing from the beginning is easy, not at all. Even though I know it, I talk about it, I share about it, I also teaching my kids about it, and I continue have conversation with myself about it, and I still cannot get past it. And I don't think this is something that you cannot get past it in 1 or 2 or 3 days. but it's about being like yesterday we're talking about the mindset and about mindset and gardening. It's like when you planting a seed and you want it to grow, you have to know how to take care of it. And in order to take care of it, you have to keep constantly doing the work, the boring work. I remember last year during the gardening time, especially around like July and August, it's like the weed has come out so much. And even the beginning of the seasons, the wheat already there. And I was like, my God. And I remember I'm constantly out there weeding it. And it's easy work, but it's boring. It's like a tedious work that it doesn't seem important, but so important because if I don't weed, if I didn't weed out all the weed, the weed gonna take over my garden and nothing gonna grow. So even that work seemed tedious and seemed boring, but it's so important. And the same thing with anything from the beginning is like is either boring because I keep it repeating over and over again. I had to keep pulling those seeds out, those weed out every week, every day. Eventually, hopefully, there are no more weeds for me to kill. But unfortunately, there's so many of them, and we're so busy. And I would just say, you know what, I don't want to do this, and to let it grow, and then it took over my stuff, and it just a mess. And I promised myself this seasons I would do a better job, and I haven't been out there yet because it's too cold, and today is snowing, so hopefully it's no more snow. This is the last snow for the season, so I can start doing it. Like I'm planning to do it on Thursday because we don't have the co-op class, so maybe I'm gonna use that at the time for like outdoor gardening, weeding, and learning how to repair the soil for the seasons. And whatever, if I want to have fruit or veggie to eat during the summertime and fall time, I have to put the work in at the beginning. And the work from the beginning is not easy. It's heavy work, it's tiring, it's in the sun, and all the things that you can hear. It's not fun. And it's easy to give up, and I almost give up on my stuff. For the past 2 seasons, I that is my 2000, I think 2 years ago when the pandemic hit, that's where we started the garden. And then last year was the second year. And it's still a learning how to, like doing the gardening with a new garden. And I don't have any experience. So I'm learning, and that is feels so overwhelming. And that is just the same way what I'm doing right now. Whatever from the beginning is always difficult. But to be consistent, to be keep continue doing it, you have to have the right mindset, and you have to make sure that your mindset is strong enough. You have the right reason, you have to have the goal, and you see the purpose of it. And so that hopefully you keep follow through and keep pushing and pushing until the wheel is turning and it can turn by itself. But right now, at the beginning, it's that you have to do all the work, and it's heavier work. It's heavier to turn that wheel. It's never be easy until you know all enough. You know enough until you do long enough, so that you can have the momentum, and then that momentum is helping it building over and over it, and the turning is making it become easier and easier. So everything is the same, and I can see that with my with what I'm doing right now, it's the same concept. And I think because so many things to learn, and whatever I think I do, I'm ready. It's not true. I'm never be ready. I thought I have the right camera. I don't. I have the right lighting. I don't. I think I have the right enough space, but I don't. So I have to keep repeating, deleting things, and like it's just so much that is parallel you, and you just drop it. So So I hope that, doing, and, like come up with a challenge, doing this for yourself, because I know that I'm not alone. I know that I'm not the only one, being stuck in this pattern, or in a bad habit, or, stuck in the mode of learning and never get past it. And the only way to do this is keep putting yourself in a challenge. And that's what I found challenges work for me, is that I always doing new thing is not boring, but it does help me to set my mindset. And because through my challenge, I learning things. I do learn and I'm improving. And I do exercise. I don't. The reason why this time I don't do exercise a challenge is because I know that, exercise for 90 days, for 100 days, for a year, and then I can drop anytime. I keep doing that up and down all the time, doing and then stop, doing and then stop, right? But it's easy. It's so easy to stop and go exercise. Just exercise. I don't learn much from it. It's good for my health, and that's all. It does help me with the weight loss journey. Have a better health and other stuff, but I rather do like maybe challenge of muscle art. That's better because you learning the skill. You definitely strengthening your muscle, and the skill of learning. It's like the muscle training, like block and use the weapon, and you training your arm, you training your brain. It's like the whole body and balance and everything, and then flexibility. Maybe yoga. Like you can learn and you can take. Like, yes, somehow I don't see exercise because maybe the exercise I choose wasn't that helpful, because I choose walking, and I choose on a treadmill. I haven't done the challenge for like push up or anything yet, so maybe that's a different story. Yeah, it depends on what type of exercise are you doing, but anyway, whatever the challenge that's helped you and build your muscle, build your mind, at the same time build a habit, is will be very helpful. And through that, but don't rush. I don't think rushing is will be helpful, because through what I learned, that I cannot even talk today. Through what I learned, that in a rush it won't work, because it needs day and time, and you need the moment to go inward. You have to learn and pay attention to yourself. You have to take time. Everything, the seed row is not growing one day. The seed row doesn't mean it's going to give you fruit or whatever it is. It needs time to grow. It needs time to produce. It have the different layers. It have different stage, like flower, blooming, and everything is neat. Everything is going with all stage. So it doesn't go quick right away, and it's not gonna work fast. So working fast, it's not gonna work. You have to be patient, and you have to go one day at a time and go slow. And that's why I'm doing this. Is like, this is a good example here. And I cannot doing 3 hours of piano and then hopefully I'll be good at one. No, there are so many things, many techniques to learn, many notes to learn, and it's not, and it takes a long time. And in order for me to do this, but I need to be patient. With exercise, I wasn't be patient as much. I did not learn as much as I feel like with the piano, it will be more difficult, because there are so much to learn, that I have to do the right thing. I have to do the right technique, and I have to be like slow down, and it has so much technique into it that it's required me to slow down and calm and practice the right way, and that is create a lot of patient, and and I cannot rush it. I cannot just jump in and play the Beethoven right now. But that is because my technique, I don't have enough technique to do that song yet. And it takes a long time to get there. So, there's no rush. I'm sure there are my son trying to learn the Beethoven, and I think the Moonlight Sonata, and then my friends was trying to learn it, just buy the worksheet and learn it, right? The music sheet, and then just learn it. But it doesn't. Yes, it's beautiful to hear it, but it's not like the music it is. Like you have to learn the right way before you go to that stage. There are reasons why the instructor keep telling my son, when in 5 more year, in 10 more year, when you get better and you will have another teacher teaching you to play that song, was telling me that it's not that easy to learn that song. Maybe it's easy for some people, but sorry, my video just out. But anyway, I know it's my talk today is scatter. I know that I wasn't prepared at all. I just come down here and doing this, and I just share what it is. But after this month, I will be more organized. Like I tried again, right? I tried different way of different talk and see how it goes, and it's always a learning process. And see what is like, what's not like, and what I like and what I don't like, what's comfortable and what not comfortable. So it's always a learning process, and I don't know. It's a good idea for me to do this like this, but I'm just throwing myself out there, and there or maybe like it or hate it. It's okay. But to be honest, I can see if I'm not ready and I'm not prepared, not even thinking ahead of time of what I want to talk about. It's going to be a mess it's going to be scattered when I'm in here and talking to you. So it's a lesson learned. Yeah, I don't know. It's a lot of learning, and it's never be perfect, which is okay. So I'm continue practicing these two songs. Let's do 15 minutes. Turn on the 15 minutes. and 4 and 1 and 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1, 2, Sorry, my husband is texting. and I just want to see what's going on because it's snowing outside, and he had 2 kids with him. So I have to make sure he just sent me some pictures, so it doesn't. I don't need to see that. But anyway, sorry. Yep, it's snowing outside. He had 2 kids with him, and so when my husband texts, I had to respond. So let's do it again. Let's try it one more time. Maybe he sent the pictures of the boy doing something special. Maybe, hopefully. All right, let's say. One, two, one, two, three. One, two, That's it. 15 minutes is over. Sometimes it's just a distraction and it's hard to focus. But I think this song is just very, very, a lot of technique in it. So it's hard to practice. But I think I get hold of it now, finally. Anyway, so I hope you have a wonderful Saturday. And if you are able to join me tomorrow, same time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Again, if I am flexible during the day and it do better during the day or before the 8 o'clock, I will do, and then you always can watch the live stream, the recording. All right. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow.